Panther Nation, Draft Family, what's good with y'all, man? Listen, today I'm going to break down the good, the bad, and the ugly from Sam Darnold with the Jets. Listen, the dust is now settled on Sam Darnold trade. The reality's starting to set in. Sam Darnold is potentially our quarterback of the future, at least the near future, that is. So we got to take a look at it. So we're going to take a look at the good. Hey, he does a lot of good things. The bad does some bad things, and there's some ugly things too. I'm going to take a look at the film, and we're going to break it down, all right? Now, before we get into this, man, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and get in these comments, let me know what's good. We on the road to 15,000 subscribers. By the draft, let's make this thing happen, and let's go ahead and get to this content. All right, so we're going to start with the good, and this is something that Sam Darnold does very well. Sam Darnold is really good evading pressure in the pocket. He senses it. He knows what to do. He keeps his eyes upfield, but he can also move. That's one thing about Sam Darnold that's underrated is he can fly. He can actually run. He's not Cam Newton. He's not Lamar Jackson, but the dude can run the football, and he displays that on this particular play right here. Does a great job evading some pressure and going off to the races. So this is what happens. You got a guy here, number 45. This guy right here is gonna come unblocked. It's gonna come unblocked. Boom, unblocked. Free hit right at Sam Darnold, and Sam Darnold notices at the last minute. Boom, evades it, takes a little side step, get off me. Does a great job. Really good contact balance, as you can see right there. Didn't quite go down. It's got really good lower body strength to stay up. That's really good by Sam. And then he hits dude. Oh, hits dude with a vicious juke right there. Juke stick right there. Out of here. And then he's off to the races. A really good job at evading these blocks. Again, he's not Lamar Jackson. I'm not calling him Lamar Jackson, but he does a good job of evading these tackles and going off to the races. He juked a couple guys here, makes some dudes look stupid. All right, so here's another play where Sam Darnold shows off his ability to extend the play. He does a great job making something out of nothing. And I think this is where you get an upgrade over Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater does not have this kind of pocket mobility and the ability to keep plays alive like this. And I think, again, he does a great job here. So as you can see, there's really nobody. Nobody's open right here. So everybody's covered. The offensive line is holding up pretty well. They're holding up, but the receivers, nobody's becoming open. The Colts do a good job. They have a really good secondary. They did a good job covering everything up. And Sam Darnold, he gets pressured. He's got pressure right up the middle, which no quarterback wants pressure up the middle. And then he just takes off. He evades that. He's running for his life at this point. Still evading. And then boom, he finds on the scramble drill, the receiver makes himself available, gets open, and he finds him in the end zone. I think he did a great job of making something out of nothing. That was a great job by both the receiver and Sam Darnold. Good job there. And here is the infamous play where Sam Darnold once again shows off that mobility, the pocket presence to evade the pressure and get the ball out downfield. This is a good job by Sam Darnold. Again, this play has been floating all over Twitter. I'm sure you guys have seen it a million times, but I'm doing the highlights. I'm highlighting what Sam Darnold does well, okay? And this is a great example of putting everything he does well and putting it in one play, all right? So here we go. Sam Darnold, here we go. So again, immediate pressure right up the middle. Immediate pressure right up the gut. Again, no quarterback wants pressure right in their face. But again, immediate pressure, bro. He's barely taking 3-step drop back and boom, pressure all in his face. But again, that balance, he's got really good balance, showing off that balance, staying up, keeping his eyes downfield, and he's able to find that throw is, again, everybody's talking about the Zach Wilson throw. This is similar to that Zach Wilson throw, the Pro Day throw. This is a real live fire game. So again, he's running to the left, throwing to the right, and hits this dude in stride. I don't even know his name. His dude in stride. I mean, that's a hell of a throw. That is a really tough throw. I wanna reiterate how hard that throw is. You're running one way, you're throwing the opposite way, and you hit a guy in stride after evading pressure. I mean, that is really impressive by Sam Darnold. Let's take a look at this one more time. Again, immediate pressure up the gut. That's a big dude trying to bring him down. He's strong enough to keep his legs churning. Really good throw. Man, that's A1 by Sam Darnold right there. Here is an example of Sam Darnold actually throwing from a clean pocket. Again, really good touch pass on display right here. So let's let this thing roll here. Again, look, clean pocket. Nice clean pocket to throw from. He's going to catch, I think that's either going to be Crowder. I think that's Crowder right there on a nice little wheel route. You got just kind of picking these dudes off, little rub route. This is man-to-man coverage by the football team right here. And I think that's Josh Norman too. And they were supposed to pass off. They're switched off right there. Sam caught him slipping. And he's a nice touch pass. Nice touch pass in stride to Crowder. I believe that's Crowder. Or Nunwa. I can't tell who that is. Yeah, it's Crowder. Sorry. So really, really good throw. Really good throw by Sam Darnold. Again, throwing from a clean pocket. Get this man a clean pocket to operate from. You might have some good results. Good throw by Sam Darnold. Okay, here's one where Panthers fans can kind of get excited. This is where you can see Sam Darnold potentially throwing to Christian McCaffrey. You got Le'Veon Bell lined up right here in the slot. He's going to run a wheel route man-to-man against a linebacker, and that is a mismatch, okay? And Darnold takes advantage, okay? So here we go. Whoops, let's slow that down a little bit. You can see Sam Darnold, there's a little kind of sort of a pick route here. Kind of sort of, not really. But Le'Veon Bell fakes like he's going out in the flat. And then excellent route by Le'Veon, by the way. Then he turns it upfield, caught the linebacker looking. Sam Darnold throws a beautiful ball. Right in stride to Le'Veon Bell. This is a really good throw. And I think if you look back up, you can see he's kind of protected. He's protected, pretty decent protection up front. And then throws a nice ball in stride. Le'Veon kind of trips a little bit, but he probably would have been out of here had he stayed up. So good throw by Sam Darnold right there. Before we get to the bad, make sure y'all consider joining our Patreon, okay? Especially if you're a Panthers fan. We're still rolling out some of the Draft Fam content for the Patreon. But listen, if you are a Panthers fan, you want to be in that Patreon, all right? Link is in the description box. And if you want to help out the channel even further, go to manscaped.com. Use the code PMP. We blowing up, man. Let's make this thing happen. We need your support. Continue to support. Go to Manscaped. Join the Patreon. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get into the bad. All right, now we got to get into the bad, okay? We show you some good things from Sam Darnold, but now it's time to get into some bad, okay? Sam Darnold has a problem with decision making. Decision making is the worst attribute for Sam Darnold right now. If I have to pick one, he has to make better decisions with the football. I know his offensive line hasn't been very good. He's never had a good offensive line. We understand that. But you got to make better decisions with the football. Sometimes he feels like he had to put the team on his back and make unnecessary throws. And this is the very first throw of his NFL career. The very first snap taken by Sam Darnold. He throws a pick six. Let's go ahead and show this. And again, he gets pressured. There's some pressure, nice little play action play. The offensive line, gives up some pressure there. And he's on the run, but then he decides to throw all the way across the field. He does not see this linebacker here. And that linebacker is going to take that joint to the house. It's just that's a bad throw. It might not be linebackers. That's a cornerback, excuse me. Listen, that's a bad throw. You cannot throw across the field like that. You're doing too much. And again, this is his rookie season, but we're still seeing some of that in Sam Darnold's game to this day. Okay, so he has to improve there. Again, completely unnecessary throw. Just live to fight another day. Throw the ball away, and there you go. But you can't do that. You can't throw all the way across the field, and this is a bad throw. So here's a play from the infamous Ghost game. Okay, where he was seeing ghosts against the Patriots, had a ton of turnovers, probably the worst game of his career. And this is just a situation where you're in the red zone. He had a clean pocket, but he uses bad mechanics, bad ball placement, and he turns the ball over. This is one of many turnovers in this game, okay? Let's go ahead and let this thing go. So again, I'm gonna pause this here. He's got a solid pocket to throw from. Nobody's open right now. He's got a look, still got a decent pocket. Now he throws off. If you look at him, he's throwing off. He's leaning back, throwing off his back foot. A little scared of this pressure coming inside, so he's throwing off his back foot, leaning back, and he doesn't put enough on the football. He just doesn't put enough on the football. Gives the cornerback room to make a play. If he puts that back near the end zone line or way back in the corner somewhere, you can place that ball in a better place, or just take the sack, live to fight another day, throw it away, something. But again, bad mechanics, and he's hearing footsteps again, seeing the ghost. Just unnecessary play. He had a decent pocket that held up a little bit for him. And then at some point, somebody's got to get open. Again, if he lays it out there, if he throws it way back here in the end zone, he probably makes a play. The cornerback will make a play, but it's just bad ball placement, bad decision by Sam Darnold there. Here's another play where we're seeing things similar to what we saw in Carolina this year with Teddy Bridgewater. You're missing open guys, holding on to the ball a little bit too long. Sometimes with Teddy Bridgewater, he was scared to pull the trigger. You're going to see some of the same things with Sam Darnold. I think this is a situation. It's 3rd down and 3, right? 3rd down and 3, you have a tight end right up the seam. He's wide open right up the seam. Sam Darnold misses him and ends up taking a sack here. Let's go ahead and show this play. All right, so you can see this tight end right here. He's going to become wide open. Again, he's got plenty of space right here. He's got a nice clean pocket to throw from. And then you're going to see this tight end become open. All Sam Darnold has to do is hit him. And he's looking in that direction, if I'm not mistaken. He's looking either this way or this way. I can't tell who he's looking at. But if you look, I'm trying to pause it right at the moment. He should have thrown the ball. Like, if you can see it, look at this. Clean pocket. If he lets this thing rip to this tight end, this is a touchdown. This is a touchdown. Wide open touchdown. He doesn't pull the trigger. He hesitates a little bit. Takes a sack on a 3rd down and 3. That's taking points off the board right there. Again, hold on to the ball a little bit too long. Let that thing go. And that is a potential touchdown. That's a touchdown right there at this moment if he lets it rip. But again, he's so used to having pressure that he's scared. He's holding on to the ball. He's seeing ghosts. That pressure is affecting his game. And he's got to be able to rip the ball. Let it go. All right, so here's another play of Sam Darnold just trying to do too much. Okay, you're doing too much. Sometimes you got to live to fight another play, live to play another down. You're 2nd and 2 on the goal line, and you turn the ball over. You just can't do that, okay? Listen, you got to make better decisions with the football, and we're going to see right here. This play, we're going to roll out to the left. Somebody's supposed to become available. I think he gets tripped up, maybe a little hole right there or something. Sam Darnold, once again, he's going to show you great pocket mobility and awareness to evade some pressure. Here you go. You see the guys coming. He evades it, but then he just throws the ball up. I mean, you're just throwing it up for somebody to make a play when you should either just take the sack, live to play another down. You're taking points off the board, or you just throw it away, throw the football away, and you're out the pocket, so there's no intentional grounding. Just throw the football away, but you throw it up and you leave it up for a guy, just anybody to get it, and that's just unnecessary. You just got to be smarter with the football, and I don't like that from Sam. You see that a lot in Sam Darnold's tape. You got to be smarter with the football. Just throw it away, live to play another down, and it's just not worth it. All right, so here's another play right here where Sam is trying to do a little bit too much here. He tries to push the ball downfield. I think they're late in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter with 8 minutes and some change left, and then you've got it's like 2nd and 20 plus yards. So I think Sam he needs to make a big play here to kind of keep the Jets in the game, and I think the opposite effect occurs. Right. So here's what happens. He's gonna have a clean pocket. You're going to see this deep post route come, and then you're going to see a tight end come out in the flat. You probably want to dump this football off and live to fight another day. But once again, he takes a risk. There's nobody really open, AJ Bouye right here, the cornerback front, the new cornerback signed by the Carolina Panthers, is going to intercept this football. And it's just nothing here. You've got a safety here. You got AJ Bouye. He read it. He knows this guy's going deep. He knows exactly where this cornerback, or excuse me, where the receiver's going. He runs the route for him essentially. And Sam, instead of dumping it off here to the tight end and probably getting about 5 or 10 yards, the opposite effect happens and he turns the ball over. So look how much room at this point. I mean, he's already throwing the ball, but look how much room this tight end has. I know this guy's probably going to meet him, and maybe you get, I don't know, maybe the tight end makes something happen with the football, but potentially he's going to get maybe 5 to maybe 10 yards out of this, and instead you turn the ball over. And again, there's nobody open. There's really nobody open here. Again, the safety's doing a good job here, but AJ Bouye runs the route for the receiver. And Sam, maybe if he puts this, he overthrows the football. And just the ball placement it's a bad throw. It's a bad throw. AJ Bouye takes this one deep. I don't know if he takes it to the house or not, but it's just a bad throw, bad decision by Sam Darnold. So this was another disastrous game by Sam Darnold. Awful game. Threw a couple pick sixes in this game. And with this particular play, man, I'm really not sure what he sees. I have no clue what he sees on this play. It's just a bad throw. It seems like he throws it directly to the defender. I honestly don't know what he's doing here. Everything's pretty much covered. You got Hogan up here, another guy here running an out route. The Colts do a good job disguising their coverage pre-snap, and then they drop into some zone look, and it's Sam Darnold just, I'm not sure where he's going with this football, whether he's throwing it to the to this guy running in the flat, because it's covered with this guy. He's in the lane right here, so I'm not sure where he's going. I really don't know where he's going with this football. And then it looks like he was going here to this receiver, and I don't know what Chris Hogan is doing up top. I have no clue what is going on here. I really don't understand whether he was supposed to run a curl route potentially. I really don't. And let's look at the other view here. Let's look at this other view. Same thing. Again, he was protected pretty well. The offensive line held up pretty good. It wasn't pressured much at all. They picked up the blitz pretty solid. Steps in, takes that blitzer. Did a good job. The pocket's there, but I'm just not sure where he was going with the football, because again, this linebacker's in the throwing lane, so I don't know where I don't know where he's going with that football. I have no clue. Again, it's just bad decisions with the football, even with the clean pocket. He's got to make better decisions. So here's another one where, again, he gets a clean pocket, and I'm not sure where he's going with the football or why he threw it that particular route. But, I mean, he kind of stares down his guy from a clean pocket. There's another guy open. I think Mims runs this slant route. He's open, but he never looks that way. So I don't know what the read was, but again, he stared down his guy, threw it right to the cornerback essentially, and it just these plays are baffling to me. So here we go. Let's check it out. Again, he's gonna have solid protection. Again, you're getting a 3-man rush, and I think you get a delayed blitzer coming in here in a second. Yep, from a cornerback. And listen, it's picked up. He's got time. If he switches his vision, flips this route, he's gonna have he's gonna have Mims open on a slant route. But he's staring down. He's gonna throw it here, and he's covered. He's blanketed. I'm not sure why he throws it there. Again, yeah, Xavier Howard. That's great. A great interception. But he's all over him. Like, there's no way you should throw that football. You gotta look. You stared him down the whole time. Let's take a look at the other view. Maybe I need to see where his eyes were. See where his eyes were here. So his eyes are in the middle of the field. He's kind of looking. And he's right now he's kind of looking this direction. Maybe he's waiting for running back to come open. I'm not sure. He's waiting. He's waiting for this dude to come out the break, but he's covered. I know he's the cornerback's turned. He's got his back turned, so I guess that made him think that he hesitated. He pump faked a little bit, but the pocket is pretty clean. He's got a pretty clean pocket to throw from. He throws his football. Xavier Howard flips his head, and he throws it right to him. I just don't. It's ugly. I don't understand. I don't understand. All right, so that's going to do it, man. Listen, that's the good, the bad, the ugly from Sam Darnold. Listen, I think Sam Darnold can be successful with the Panthers. What I'm afraid of, and what all Panthers fans should be afraid of, is the quarterback carousel, okay? We dumped Cam Newton. We brought in Will Grier. We brought in Teddy Bridgewater. We brought in P.J. Walker. We brought in Sam Darnold. I want this to end, okay? I want Sam Darnold to be successful with the Carolina Panthers. I will not cheer against this man. I'm rooting for this man. I have no ill will or intention. I have no agenda to push Sam Darnold on anybody. I want this man to be successful, and I think he can be successful with the Carolina Panthers. Now, we do need to ensure that this coaching staff is capable of rehabbing these guys that they're bringing in. There's a lot of guys that they're bringing in to kind of help them out and rehab their careers. Case in point, Tahir Whitehead. Listen, didn't work out. We're bringing in a lot of guys that need help. They're not perfect prospects. They're coming in from these other teams, and we've got to rehab them. Sam Darnold is a perfect example of that. This man has played behind some terrible offensive lines. I know that I go in on the Panthers offensive line a lot, but Sam Darnold has played behind worse offensive lines than what the Carolina Panthers have put forth in the past couple of years, okay? That's just a fact, okay? So, yes, he can be successful with a better offensive line. Yes, he played under Adam Gase, who's not a good coach. So, yes, there is reasons to be excited about Sam Darnold. But at the same time, you got to be realistic about this, okay? Sam Darnold may not come in and be our savior. We have to be prepared for that too, okay? So, listen, I put it all out there. The good, the bad, the ugly. We got to give him a chance. Panther Nation, give this man a chance to prove himself. And you never know what can happen. You never know what can happen. I hope Matt Rule can rehab this man's career and make him be our franchise quarterback, or at least a quarterback that can take us to a Super Bowl. I'm hoping that's the case, but only time will tell. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon and say it's gonna happen, but you never know what could happen. I'm in wait and see mode. I'm giving him the same opportunities that I gave Teddy Bridgewater to prove it. I'm not jumping out the window saying he's gonna be it. I'm not saying he ain't gonna be it. I'm a wait and see guy, and that's how all Panthers fans should be. There should be nobody declaring victory over Sam Darnold being our quarterback just yet. We need to wait. We need to see what this guy's going to put forth, because there are flaws in his game, obvious flaws in his game that he's got to do better. He's got to be a better decision maker. He's got to be more careful with the ball. He turns the ball over a lot, okay? So, yes, just give this man a chance. Let Matt Rule, let Coach Brady do their things, and hopefully the quarterback carousel is over and Sam Darnold is the man. But only time will tell. Be patient. Let's see what happens. Panthers fans, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Enjoy this content. I'm out. Peace.